nothing departments. Different departments in an organization. Like there are different departments, but the way it is coming from a source system, I cannot use them directly. There are many things, many essential things are missing, which has to be part of your HFM application. First, your application structure is a flattened, but we want a hierarchy. Many GL systems use a flattened structure because they don't have to perform reporting on hierarchy fashion, but HFM require reporting. So when I look at the flattened structure into this is my account hierarchy. Let me correct. My account hierarchy is a flattened structure. By analyzing it, found a flattened structure has certain conventions which are not very well documented. All account number GL start with 1 called total assets. Under 1 they are fixed assets, and all are started with 1 1 1. They're different kind of fixed assets. The first, your account was flattened. Second, there are a couple of things are missing. As we go further, we'll talk about them. Like it doesn't tell me which account is an intercompany, which account is not intercompany, in which account I can perform adjustment. Various information is missing, so I cannot use the system directly. It requires some sort of cleansing. More example, if you look at organization structure also, this is organization structure. It is also flattened. These organization structure are different departments. By looking at this, I may not have a complete information. Again, we need to further classify them. When I look at carefully, I found everything start with X, our support team. Everything start with Y, as technical team. Under support team, we further have different hierarchy for office administration team, communication team, and all. So, moral of the story: the way data comes from the source system may have plenty of challenges associated with this. It may be organization specific. It is needed to be clean. Needed to be clean in all context. Data cleansing, data mapping. We need a professional tool to handle this activity. HFM doesn't have a capability to data cleansing. HFM has capability data collection and close consolidation. Data cleansing, we use FDQM. FDQM is a new release called FDMEE. It's a separate product. It's not a extension. FDM Enterprise Edition. Not essential, you need to buy the same. Every customer buying it. Not essential. In case people want ETL capabilities. For example, I already have an Informatica. I have procured the license for Informatica. When I already have an ETL tool, why would I buy another ETL tool? There are many factors which influence this. It not always mean if there is a product, people buy the same. Depends upon what solution they already have. And consolidation is essentially done by HFM. This is second activity in this. Would you use FDQM? Would not use an FDQM? There are various parameters which influence this. We define hierarchy in HFM, that's correct. Data cleansing and all would be done along with HFM activity. So do we define hierarchy in HFM? First question is yes. Data cleansing is aligning data to the hierarchy, yes. This is all done through FDQM activity. There are two things. First, if I work in HFM only, I would believe the mandatory compliance is data has to be clean. When it comes to me, I go with the assumption the data comes to me, metadata structured data. It's a clean. It has gone through all level of checks. If it is not, which is very ideal scenario, perfect world example is the data which comes to you is perfectly clean and garnished. But we are not living in a perfect world. In that case, data cleansing is needed. In one of my projects, our source is PeopleSoft Financial Solution. In addition to this, they have a subset of this called campus recruitment. They wanted to find out the various expenses associated with campus recruitment. They use HFM, and all the data cleansing is done in PeopleSoft itself. They have a product called SQR. Pretty nice tool. They do not want to buy any other ERP tool. Any data cleansing tool. They have very smart programmer. They did all the cleansing in SQR. It may also possible. So cost determine this. We have one client who has done extensive data transformation in Excel, but it's not enterprise client, it's a relatively small client. All the data cleansing the data in Excel itself. They have a fantastic programmer, extensive macros they have written. So not essential, people buy FTQM. And third is internal reporting and analysis. Now make a note over here. Internal reporting is something you are preparing report for your in-house, right? For your internal management. You need not follow any compliance. It's your own world. You do the reporting the way you like. You use your own color, font, style, format, and then you play with the numbers. Playing numbers done by your business analyst of the respective domain. But when it comes to external reporting, internal reporting done by SmartView, or where used to have a tool, we still have it, but nobody uses. Hyperion Web Analysis, it's not being used extensively. It is being replaced, not done by OBIE. Internal reporting you do in OBIE, and external reporting is done through Hyperion Financial Reporting. I'm designing my report based on 10K compliance, 10K and 10Q compliance. Okay. The predefined structure. I am designing my report as per IFRS standard. So these reports are compliance bound. They are predefined rules. They has to be done in financial reporting. Right? Because we have a predefined compliance standard. So I would like to send the report to my investor, my stakeholders. It has to be predefined format. In that case, we go for Hyperion Financial Reporting. The fourth product, they work together and common solution. The problem which we are going to address step by step in the whole implementation process. First, data may be from different GL systems. Right? But if I'm an HFM consultant, only HFM consultant, I assume data is coming from, for me, data is coming from a single source. I'll not be paying attention to data inconsistency. By the time data comes to me, all inconsistency has been handled. But the actual problem, there are different GL systems, right? There are different currencies. As simple as this, you take my number, I can add up them directly. As long as they are in the same currency, I can add them up. But they are in different currency, I cannot add two different currency, independent currency. Maybe I have I see if my application up and running, I could show you. This is a small challenge, but how meaningful it is. So if as long as two entities are same, you can simply consolidate them. But they are in different currencies. Before consolidation takes place, the currency conversion should be taken place. Take little time, it's an EPM server, little slow. Okay, let it come. So our parent entity has A and B, two entities. As long as the currency is same, their currency USD, consolidation would be taken place without any trouble. But as long if the currency changes, I cannot add 1000 USD and 500 INR. It is required to be this INR required to be converted to USD. So, and it should take place automatically, right, without human intervention. HFM does this job, where when you consolidate entities of different currency types, it does take care automatically. Give me a minute. I change my point of view. I select my currency as USD. I can input value on in USD. 1.5 simple challenge. So I have a parent currency called California, and I say my total sales for the month of July, is sum of California, is sum of Sunnyvale and Foster City. I can right click and consolidate. It is done so quickly and immediately because the currency is same. My consolidation is done. I think there are some more rules attached. So it's simple add up because as long as the currency is same. In some scenarios the currencies are different. Right? In case the green color says user input is not allowed, I make my currency as a GBR, a euro. So I can input value Italy, France, Germany, not in England. Let me select one currency. England and Canada is a Canadian dollar and GBR, Great British Pound. I input value in multiple currency. This is called entity currency. What I mean to show over here, this is 100 euro, this is 100 euro, this is 100 euro, this is 100 euro, this is 100 pounds, this is 100 Canadian dollar, right? Euro, 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 and right click and consolidate. Consolidation going on, it will not consolidate. Output may be 0. You have 300 because you see, what you see over here is just adding up your euros because parent currency is euro. Why this is not getting added up? Because there is no exchange rates. Output should be 300 plus GBR multiplied by exchange rate, Canadian dollar multiplied by exchange rate. Right now I don't have exchange rate. Had I had, it would have different output. So this is some simple thing, but consolidation also has to take care of this activity. Simple currencies. HFM does this, manage its job automatically without any human intervention. An explicit activity. You just need to load a exchange rate, which is quite natural you need to specify. So, if some product like HFM is being implemented first time, you may find plenty of Excel sheets people are using around. What people do, they prepare their own version of balance sheet, they prepare their own version of profit loss statement for the entity they belong to, for the department they belong to. They create their own Excel sheet, and they are not part of the enterprise. So we need to collect all the outdated Excel sheets to create a one uniform view at a parent level. This is one scenario, and this has to be dealt with. You cannot avoid any project you want to deal with this Excel sheet. The problems, HFM is a known product, is used extensively when merger acquisition happens. Merger acquisition and reorganization even adds plenty of complexity, technically and functionally as well. For example, my Bank of America acquired Merrill Lynch in 2008, right? And the entity structure is called financial elements. They call this financial elements because financial elements are like a product. Okay, they have their own the GL hierarchy which Bank of America followed. It was 11 digits, and they start with character. I don't exactly remember, but they start with geographical entities like NA, North America, asset, and then some characters are there. There are conventions they follow, right? Whereas Merrill Lynch has own numeric way of presenting GL system. It was completely numeric. So when I want to prepare a one consolidated statement, it has to be uniform. There could be multiple ways. Let's say in this, I'm giving you some silly example to make it easy to understand. Bank of America GL system has got one financial element called cash in hand, and cash in has a GL ID called North America GL Global Asset Short Term. This is the GL number for cash in hand. And when I'm showing an integrated financial statement, I would also integrate this Merrill Lynch. Merrill Lynch use for the same thing. They use some other numbers, but they call this